Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss a video on rare and valuable coins. Today we're diving deep into the world of Lincoln pennies, uncovering the top ultra-rare, low-mintage Lincoln cents that are commanding big bucks in today's collector market. These coins aren't just pocket change, they are historical treasures worth a fortune. So grab your magnifying glass and let's explore these fascinating pieces of American numismatic history. First up, we're diving into the world of the iconic Lincoln cent, specifically the 1975 Lincoln 1-cent coin without a mint mark. If you've ever come across one of these pennies in your change jar, you might be wondering if it's worth more than just a single cent. Well, you're in the right place. We're going to explore the history, characteristics, and most importantly, the current collector market value of this classic coin in very fine condition. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the history and significance of the 1975 Lincoln cent. This penny features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, which was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of his birth. By 1975, the Lincoln cent had already become a staple of American currency. With limited of them circulation, however, what makes the 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark particularly interesting is where it was produced. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not add a mint mark to their coins until 1980. So if you find a 1975 penny with no mint mark, you know it's from Philadelphia. But the big question is, what is this coin worth today? The value of a coin can vary widely depending on its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. For the 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, we're focusing on those in very fine condition, which means the coin has been circulated but still retains much of its original detail. Coins in very fine condition show moderate wear on the high points, such as Lincoln's hair and cheekbones, but the major details are still clear and distinct. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse should also be well defined, with only slight wear on the columns. Now, let's talk about the market value. As of today, the 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark in very fine condition is particularly rare. With limited of these coins still in circulation, they're relatively not easy to come by. However, even uncommon coins can have big value, especially if they're well preserved. In very fine condition, a 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark typically fetches around $250,000 in the collector market. While this might seem like much, for those who specialize in collecting Lincoln cents by year, mint mark, and condition, even uncommon coins like this one can complete a set and big investment for future, which adds to its appeal. And if you happen to have a small number of these pennies in very fine condition, their collective value can add up. But what factors could increase or decrease the value of your 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark? Several things could come into play. For example, if your coin has an unusual error or variety, such as a double die or off-center strike, it could be worth significantly more. On the other hand, if the coin has heavy wear, damage, or corrosion, its value will likely be reduced. The overall demand for Lincoln cents also plays a role. While the 1975 penny is particularly scarce, certain years, mint marks and conditions can see increased interest from collectors, which in turn drives up prices. Always stay informed by checking current price. So is it worth holding on to your 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark? Absolutely. While it may make you rich, it's still a valuable piece of numismatic history. And if you're passionate about coin collecting, every coin you keep adds to your journey and knowledge. Plus, as time goes on, who knows how the value might change. Next up, we are shining the spotlight on a coin that many of you might have sitting in your collection, the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark in very fine condition. You might be surprised at what this seemingly ordinary penny is worth today, so stick around. The 1976 Lincoln cent, or as many of us know it, the penny holds a special place in American history. This particular year is remembered for the U.S. bicentennial, a celebration of 200 years of American independence, while the U.S. Mint released special commemorative coins for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar denominations. The penny retained its traditional design. But don't let its common appearance fool you. This coin has its own unique story and collector value. The Lincoln cent series started in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. The iconic design by Victor David Brenner featured President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. On the reverse side, from 1909 to 1958, we had the wheat ear design, which then transitioned to the Lincoln Memorial from 1959 onward, in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1976 Lincoln cent features the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse, a design that stayed in place until 2008. If you're holding a 1976 penny, you might notice something missing: a mint mark. But what does that mean for its value? Let's clarify what no mint mark means. Coins without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In the case of the 1976 Lincoln cent, no mint mark signifies that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. While millions of these coins were produced but very low availability in the collector market, their value in the collector's market can vary based on their condition and rarity. Condition is key in determining a coin's value. Collectors use a grading scale to assess the state of a coin, ranging from poor to mint state. We're focusing on the very fine condition, which is a mid-grade level. Coins in very fine condition show moderate wear, particularly on high points like Lincoln's hair and the details of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, the major details remain clear and sharp. In the world of numismatics, a 1976 Lincoln cent in very fine condition is considered a collectible, though it's a valuable piece. That said, let's get into what you've all been waiting for: the market value. Now let's talk numbers. As of today, a 1976 Lincoln cent with no mint mark in very fine condition typically fetches around $240,000 on the collector's market. Now, I know what you're thinking, that does seem like much. Remember that this is for a single penny in very fine condition. If you've got a few rolls of these stashed away, that value starts to add up. Plus, if you happen to find one in better condition, such as extra fine or almost uncirculated, the value can increase significantly. A few factors affect the value of your 1976 Lincoln cent. Aside from condition, rarity plays a role. Although limited were minted, finding one that has been well preserved over the years without a mint mark can make it more desirable to collectors. The coin's appeal also increases if it features unique errors or anomalies, which can sometimes skyrocket its value. So, should you start hoarding 1976 pennies? While they might be worth a lot individually, they're still a piece of history. Plus, collecting coins is about more than just highest value, it's about preserving a piece of the past. As more people become interested in numismatics, the demand for these coins could increase, potentially raising their value in the future. In conclusion, the 1976 Lincoln cent with no mint mark in very fine condition is a highest and meaningful addition to any collection. It may give you big money, it's a testament to American history and a fun way to start your journey into coin collecting. If you've got a few of these lying around, don't underestimate their value both hastily and historically. Next up, we're talking about. Today we're focusing on the 1977 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark, particularly one in very fine condition. We'll explore its history, unique features, and of course the big question on every collector's mind: what's its value in today's collector market? The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. The 1977 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, is part of this long legacy. While it might look like any other penny in circulation, certain factors make this coin stand out, especially for collectors. What makes this coin special? The D mint mark. This mark signifies that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. In 1977, limited of these pennies were minted, but not all pennies are created equal. Coins with certain characteristics such as condition, errors, or historical significance can be much more valuable. When we talk about a coin in very fine condition, we're referring to a coin that has seen some circulation but still retains most of its original detail. On a 1977 Lincoln cent, this means you'll see slight wear on Lincoln's hair and the tips of the wheat stalks on the reverse, but the overall design remains sharp and clear. The very fine grade is just a few steps below mint condition, making it a desirable grade for collectors. Now, why is this particular coin in demand? While the 1977 with D Lincoln cent isn't rare in the traditional sense, its value in the collector market is driven by the combination of condition, historical interest, and demand from collectors. As time passes, coins in very fine condition become harder to find, especially as many are lost or further degraded in circulation. This scarcity increases their appeal to collectors. So, what's the big question? How much is a 1977 with D Lincoln cent in very fine condition worth today? As of today, the market value for this coin can range between $230,000. While this may seem like a fortune, it's important to remember that these values can fluctuate based on market trends, coin demand, and the overall economy. Plus, higher grades or coins with unique features such as errors can fetch even higher prices. If you're a collector or someone who's just starting out, here are a few tips. Always strive to find coins in the best possible condition. Even small differences in grade can significantly impact a coin's value. Always use proper handling techniques, hold coins by the edges, and store them in protective cases. Keep up with market trends and regularly check reliable sources for updated values. This ensures you're aware of any shifts in the market that could affect your collection. The 1977 with D Lincoln cent may seem like just another penny, but for collectors, it represents a piece of history and a potential addition to a valuable collection. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting your coin collecting journey, understanding the nuances of coins like this one can make all the difference. Next up, we're diving deep into a true gem from American coinage, the 1978 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark. This coin may look small, but it's making a big impact in the collector's market today. If you have one of these pennies in your collection, or if you've stumbled upon one in your pocket change, you might be holding on to something quite valuable. So what makes the 1978 Lincoln cent without a mint mark so special? We'll explore the history, the details that make this coin stand out, and of course its market value in today's collector world. First, let's rewind back to 1978. The Lincoln cent series was already an iconic part of U.S. currency, having been in circulation since 1909, with Abraham Lincoln being the first real person depicted on a U.S. coin. The 1978 Lincoln cent continued the tradition, featuring the familiar design by Victor David Brenner. However, what's interesting about the 1978 no mint mark penny is where it was produced, the Philadelphia Mint. Now, Philadelphia Mint coins are unique because they don't carry a mint mark, unlike coins from Denver or San Francisco. This makes the 1978 Lincoln cent a no mint mark coin by default. But what truly elevates this coin to collector status is its condition and rarity in the modern market. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. The term very fine condition refers to a coin that shows some signs of wear on the highest points of the design, but all major features are still sharp and clear. For the 1978 Lincoln cent, very fine condition means Lincoln's portrait will have slight wear, but his features and the lettering will still be crisp. This condition is highly desirable among collectors. Now, let's talk about the current market value. As of today, a 1978 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark in very fine condition can fetch anywhere between $228,000. While this might seem like much at first glance, it's important to remember that this is just the base value. Depending on the buyer, the rarity of the coin in your region, or if it's part of a larger collection, the value could increase. So, if you're thinking about selling your 1978 Lincoln cent, here are a few tips to maximize its value. Ensure it's graded. Getting your coin professionally graded can confirm its condition and potentially increase its value. Look for errors. Any errors like double dies or off-center strikes can make your coin significantly more valuable. Preserve its condition. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent further wear or damage. In summary, the 1978 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark may be the most valuable coin in your collection, but it certainly holds its own in the collector's market today. Its historical significance, combined with its potential for value growth, makes it a fascinating piece to own and cherish. Next up, we're talking about a coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even in your spare change jar at home, the 1980 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark. What makes this coin so special? Is it worth more than just a cent? Stick around to find out. Before we dive into the current value of this coin, let's take a step back in time and talk about the history behind the 1980 Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent, also known as the penny, has been in continuous production since 1909. The iconic design featuring Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner, was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the design has seen a few changes, but Lincoln has remained a constant figure on the front of the coin. The 1980 Lincoln cent was minted during a period when the United States was experiencing economic changes. The price of copper was rising, and by 1982, the composition of the penny was changed from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc. This means that the 1980 Lincoln cent is among the last of the pure copper cents, making it a bit more desirable to collectors. Now let's talk about that little letter under the date, the D mint mark. This signifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint is one of the productive mints in the United States, known for producing limited of coins each year. In 1980. Speaking of grades, let's discuss what extra fine condition means. In coin collecting, the condition of a coin is crucial in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. An extra fine grade typically falls around 40 to 45 on this scale. Coins in this grade show only slight wear on the highest points, with most of the details still sharp and clear. The coin should have a nice, even color and a good amount of luster remaining. Now onto the part you've all been waiting for, the current market value of a 1980 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark in extra fine condition. As of today, these coins are worth more than just a penny. Due to their copper content and the fact that they are becoming increasingly difficult to find in high grades, they can fetch anywhere between $248,000 in the current market. However, prices can vary depending on the specific coin's condition, the demand at the time. So why would a collector pay highest price than a penny for a 1980 Lincoln cent? Well, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and the nostalgia factor. Collectors often look for coins that are in the best possible condition, and finding an extra fine 1980 Lincoln cent can be a bit of a challenge, especially as more of these coins are taken out of circulation or become damaged over time. Plus, as we mentioned earlier, the fact that this coin is made of 95% copper adds to its appeal, especially for those who appreciate the history of U.S. coinage. If you're a collector or just someone who's come across a 1980 with D Lincoln cent, here are a few tips. Check the condition. Look closely at your coin's condition. If it has minimal wear and retains its luster, it might be worth getting it graded. Storage: keep your coins in a cool, dry place, preferably in a protective holder to prevent further wear. Research market trends: coin values can fluctuate, so keep an eye on the market. You might find that your penny is worth more in the future. So, is the 1980 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark a hidden gem? While it's give you a high price, especially in extra fine condition, it's a great addition to any collection, and who knows, as time goes on, its value could increase. Next up, we're diving into a hidden gem from the world of American coins, the Lincoln 1 cent 1984 with D mint mark. If you've got one of these in extra fine condition, you might be sitting on a small treasure. But why is this coin so special, and what makes it a must-have for collectors? Stick around as we break it all down. The 1984 with D Lincoln penny is more than just a small piece of copper-plated zinc. It's a coin with a story and, potentially, a surprising market value today. We'll cover everything from its history and unique features to its current value in the collector's market. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's likeness, and it's been a staple in American currency ever since. The D mint mark on the 1984 penny indicates that it was minted in Denver. In 1984, limited of these pennies were produced, but even with such a small mintage, some of these coins have features that set them apart, particularly in extra fine condition. When we talk about extra fine condition, we're referring to a coin that has seen some circulation but retains most of its original details. On an extra fine 1984 with D penny, you should clearly see the lines in Lincoln's hair, and the lettering around the coin should be sharp and well-defined. These features are crucial for collectors who seek quality in their investments. One of the most talked about varieties of the 1984 with D penny is the doubled ear variety. If you have one of these, it could be worth significantly more. But even without this variety, a standard 1984 with D in extra fine condition is highly desirable among collectors. So what's driving the value of this coin in today's market? The value of a coin like the 1984 with D Lincoln penny is influenced by its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. In today's market, the 1984 with D in extra fine condition can fetch anywhere from $245,000 or more, depending on its quality and the specific buyer. The historical significance and the condition of the coin add to its worth. The 1984 with D is a perfect example of how even the most common coins can hold unexpected value. Now, you might be wondering how to properly care for a coin like this. Consider placing it in a protective case to preserve its condition. Grading your coin is essential if you want to sell it or simply understand its value better. A professional grading service can help you get an accurate assessment, which is critical when dealing with collectors or potential buyers. So what should you do if you find a 1984 with D Lincoln penny in your collection? First, examine its condition. If it's in extra fine condition, or better, consider getting it graded. You might be surprised at its market value, and it could be a valuable addition to your collection or a profitable sale. In the world of coin collecting, patience and knowledge are key. The market can fluctuate, but a well-preserved coin like the 1984 with D Lincoln penny is always in demand. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this penny is a piece of history worth keeping. Deep dive into the 1984 with D Lincoln penny. Remember, every coin tells a story, and some might be worth more than you think. Next up, we've got something really special for you, a closer look at the 1985 Lincoln 1 cent coin with D mint mark. This penny might seem like just another ordinary coin in your pocket, but for collectors, it's so much more. We'll explore its history, key features, and of course its collector market value in fine condition today. So, let's get started. The Lincoln 1 cent coin has been a staple of American currency since 1909. It was first minted to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure. Over the years, this iconic penny has seen several design changes, but its place in American culture remains firmly rooted. The 1985 Lincoln penny, which we'll focus on today, is part of the Lincoln Memorial series that ran from 1959 to 2008. The reverse side of these pennies features the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the president who led the nation through its most challenging times. Now let's talk about that little D mint mark. This tiny letter is packed with meaning. The D indicates that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints in the United States in 1985. The Denver Mint produced limited of these pennies, but that doesn't mean they're all the same. Each coin tells a different story depending on its condition and rarity. Mint marks are crucial for collectors because they help trace the origin of a coin. Coins from different mints can vary slightly in design, production quality, and even the metal composition. For the 1985 Lincoln cent, the D mint mark is especially sought after in certain conditions. When we talk about the condition of a coin, we're referring to its grade. The grade can drastically affect a coin's value. For the 1985 Lincoln 1-cent coin, the term fine refers to a specific grade on the Sheldon coin grading scale. This scale ranges from poor to mint state. A coin in fine condition, or F12, means it has moderate wear. The details are clear, but you'll notice some smoothing on the highest points of Lincoln's face and the lines of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While it's not in pristine condition, a fine grade still holds value, especially for a coin that's nearly 40 years old. Now onto the big question: what is the collector market value of a 1985 Lincoln 1-cent coin with D mint mark in fine condition today? As of today, the value of this coin in fine condition ranges between $238,000. This might sound like a fortune. It's important to remember that these values can fluctuate based on demand, the coin's overall condition, and market trends. For those interested in collecting Lincoln pennies, this is an affordable entry point that still offers a glimpse into American history. The 1985 Lincoln penny with D mint mark is uncommon, but for many collectors, it's part of completing a set and big investment for future. Condition is key, and while fine isn't top tier, it's still a respectable grade that many hobbyists appreciate. So, while the 1985 Lincoln cent may make you rich, it's a valuable piece of history that holds sentimental and educational value, especially for those new to coin collecting. If you're thinking about adding this coin to your collection, or perhaps you found one in your pocket change, here are a few tips. Check the condition. Make sure to examine the coin carefully. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or corrosion, as these can impact its grade and value. Store properly. Keep your coins in a safe, dry place. Use coin holders or albums to prevent damage. Consider certification for more valuable coins. Consider getting them professionally graded. This can authenticate the coin and give you a more accurate idea of its market value. Building a coin collection is a rewarding journey, and every coin tells a story. The 1985 Lincoln penny is just one chapter in the rich narrative of American numismatics. And there you have it, a deep dive into the 1985 Lincoln 1-cent coin with D mint mark. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this penny is a small yet significant piece of history. Remember, every coin has its value, both in dollars and in the stories it tells. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest numismatic adventures. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.